Your second cutting tool. Now that can be your saw, it could be an axe, it could be a machete, it could be a million different things. One of the things that I bought for my wife that she seems to enjoy quite a bit is this UST. It's one of these things. It's basically a hand chainsaw, and the weight of this thing is negligible. It seems to cut very well. I don't have any issues with it. I don't have any problems with it. Just remember to keep it oiled, and it should cut fine. I'm going to put a video of that up in a little time, showing this in action. But from what I can see from it so far, it seems to be relatively well made, and it has a nice little pouch to carry it in that's large enough to seriously put in a small fire kit if you need to. So that's an option for a second cutting tool. You could also use a machete for your second cutting tool, or you could even use an axe for your second cutting tool. It's all kind of up to preference and weight. So either way, not only should you have a starting cutting tool or one cutting tool, you should actually have a second. And honestly, if you can fit it in, you're going to want a third or a fourth, quite honestly. That's just the way it is. Then you're going to want a redundant container. You're going to want something that you can boil water in, and it has a cover. Well, I have an MSR Seagull. I have seasoned it. That's why it's a little dark on the inside. And it has a cover. And when I put the cover on it, I can latch it down, and it's a great little piece of kit. It's very solid. It's stainless steel. I bought it off of Amazon for 23 bucks, I'm wanting to say. I got the 1.1 quart size, and I've cooked with it, and I have yet to have any problems. So it's a good little piece of kit. Your next thing that you're going to want is a 2% tincture of iodine for water purification and first aid. Yeah, I don't have that personally. I'm pretty much, for water purification, I'm going to be using probably bleach, worst case scenario. First aid, I've got enough of things first aid wise in my kit that are actually better for me than the tincture of iodine. So for both of those situations, I don't carry it personally, but I can see where someone would, and that's why I'm including this here. The 14th thing that you're going to want is a sharpening system. I've got my little sharpening kit here from Walmart. It's a Smith's. I got the carbide sharpener here. I've got a jewel stick sharpener, and I've got a whetstone. So between all three of those things, that's pretty much my sharpening system. However, I have found a better way of sharpening knives, and I will be posting that later. But for right now, I would recommend a sharpening system unless you really know what you're doing with my preferred method. But I'll be sharing that later. But until that time, use this. Use a sharpening system like this. I think you'll be fine. The last thing that you're going to need is slingshot bands. Not only are they great for using a slingshot or even a sling bow, but they also are great for tourniquets, for a drinking straw, for pretty much anything that you would ever need something of rubber for. So don't forget to have slingshot bands. And that is the first 15 things that you should have in your kit. I don't care who you are. You need to have those things in your kit. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your time. Defend your homes wisely.